Welcome to Driveway DIY, where we bring the shop to you. Today, we're going to show you how to replace a radiator. The first step is to place a drain pan directly under the area you're working so that any coolant will fall into the pan and not on your floor. Now we're going to remove the fan shroud. First, we're going to remove the upper radiator hose as it's in the way of the fan shroud. Now we squeeze and twist the radiator hose to remove. We're just going to fold that back over here. Next, we're going to remove the bolts that hold on the upper radiator shroud. In order to remove the radiator shroud, we need to remove the battery and battery tray. There are 3 bolts holding the battery tray in place. It's a good idea to use some rust-penetrating fluid to help break these loose. Now we're going to remove the fan shroud itself. This is a one-piece shroud with a flap that wraps around the bottom of the fan. So just lift up and that piece will fall right out. Now we need to drain the radiator. This right here is the petcock on this specific radiator. Some radiators use a simple bolt and some radiators don't have this at all. You simply remove the lower radiator hose. You can remove this to speed up the drain. Once your radiator's draining, go ahead and open the cap. The lower clamps use spring steel style OEM clamps. We can use this specialty tool which locks. Then remove the lower hose. The new radiator comes with new fittings for the transmission cooler lines. So we're just going to remove the old fittings from the radiator and then we will disconnect the fittings from the hose once it's removed. You will lose some transmission fluid. For this hose, we're going to show you how to do it with pliers. Put the bottom of the plier across both of these tabs, then the center tab on the other. Squeeze and slide it back. Then pull it out. Next, we remove the radiator overflow tube. Then the upper radiator mounts are removed. On this vehicle, these are 12mm bolts. Then remove the mount. This is a good time to inspect your mount's rubber bushings. If they are missing or cracked, replace them. And then remove the radiator. Now we're going to reinstall the radiator. Make sure that the radiator sits into the rubber bushings at the bottom. Then reinstall the upper mounts. Now that our new radiator is installed, we need to reconnect our transmission lines. We're going to replace the spring clamps with a couple of worm clamps. Pop this little cap off. Slide our clamp onto the hose. Then slide the hose over the barb. Then tighten the clamp. Repeat for the other side. Then we need to install this lower radiator hose. Pull this cap off. Pull your hose over. Slide it on. Then we reinstall the fan shroud. Then just tighten up the fan shroud. Finally, we can reinstall our new radiator hose. Put new clamps on, then slide the hose on. Tighten up the clamps. Don't forget to reinstall the overflow hose. Then top off with fresh antifreeze. find all the parts you need to get the job done at ebaymotors.com.